Good afternoon, folks. It's Adam here again from the earwax specialists with another case we saw earlier this afternoon in clinic. As you can see, we're going in immediately with the 2mm Zollner. The wax is a little bit on the dark side, but it's not particularly hard. And the first thing I always do is try to get a little bit of a wiggle, get some movement so it sort of moves itself away from the ear canal wall. And I always tend to attack one edge, which I'm doing here on the left hand side here, just to get a little bit of movement, break that seal and get that ball of wax moving. Always have to be quite gentle. This ear canal, as you might notice, is a little bit on the hairy side, and sometimes when you do have a hairy ear canal, you find that it does have an impact on the suction. You don't get as good as suction as you'd otherwise get with a clear ear canal. So we're taking bits and pieces of debris away here. It really ever comes out in just the one go, and sometimes you do find that the Zollner tube gets blocked up, so you have to move it back out of the cavity and start again, unblock it, which is what we did just then. And we're going back in again, and you can see again that hair just impeding that suction, but you're starting to get that movement in the cavity now, and that ball of wax is starting to move freely in that channel, a little bit on the narrow side, and again taking bits and pieces away and just getting that movement. And you'll notice now that we're getting a little bit more of that wax out, just attacking the surface, and just obviously being very, very gentle, trying to make sure that there's no sort of stress involved in the process, or you're not too forceful with the Zollner itself. Again, the view with the endoscope is the most important thing, so we're constantly having to adjust that. There we go. Just trying to attack that ball of wax, and it's starting to come away now actually. And as you can see, just tugging on it gently. You might notice that the patient sort of complains that, they can feel that little bit of a tug inside the ears. That's to be expected, especially when you got a hairy ear canal like this, but it's not going to cause any undue pain or aggravation for the patient. What I could have, there we go, just attacking that corner there, the roof of the cavity, and that just exposes some softer wax embedded within the rear of that ball of wax. And now we've got that, we get a little bit more suction. So obviously you get more suction with slightly softer wax than you do with a hard surface, so you often have to find that you have to peel away towards the sort of side of the canal walls before you can expose that softer piece of wax. And there you go, you got that wiggle on, and it's working its way out of the cavity now. So we almost got it, and there's that big ball of wax, and this should come out in just the one go. And there it is, completely removed. And in a second I'm just going to go back in again just to show you what's left in the cavity, and you'll see that eardrum intact, lovely and healthy, with a lovely light reflex.